What is up, guys? This is Septimus back at it again with another Overwatch video. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different from what I normally do. We're going to be doing something sort of like a life experience, life story video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And, if you're even cooler, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into this. This story today is basically about the time I almost got arrested. There's really only one thing actually saving me from getting arrested, but it's actually kind of a funny story now that I think about it. It happened back in, I think, February, so about when the year started. It's a pretty funny story. And basically, around my high school, there's a lot of grocery stores and fast food businesses that a lot of people walk and drive to for lunch. And actually, there's one just a walk, hop, and a skip away from my school. It's a chain business with Albertsons, I think. It's called Safeway. Should be nationwide. It's just a small grocery store. It's a little bit less busy than Walmart. It's actually a pretty convenient store, not going to lie. But in my honest opinion, I think it's just kind of a boring store. The biggest crowd of the day is high schoolers during lunch. And then the rest of the time, it's either almost empty or filled with a lot of quiet older people. So it's kind of a boring store with a decent selection. So at the time when this happened, Little Septimus was, well, I honestly don't know why I'm saying Little Septimus. This happened pretty recently, but Little Septimus was just finishing up his sophomore year, and he felt pretty cocky considering he was just about to be an upperclassman. Do not know why I felt that way, but he felt pretty unstoppable, and the months following, I was doing some pretty shady shit with my friend. Let's just give him a really white-ass name. Oh, Trevor. Trevor, that sounds good to me. So, Trevor and I were doing some pretty shady-ass shit before this went down. So, basically, before then, we would walk in and, I'd buy something, Trevor would buy something, and we'd walk out. And then I'd see him pull something out of his pocket, something we did not pay for, and I was like, "Dude, that's not right. What the fuck?" And he was like, "Dude, trust me, I won't get caught with this shit." And I was like, as long as you don't get. And then a month followed, and then I got to the point where I was like, "Hey, dude, what are we gonna take this time?" I was starting to get into it. I was starting to get. Holy shit, people can't catch me doing this kind of shit. It's so easy. So we kind of just sat there and continued to do that, and we'd take stuff from the counters and just be like, fuck you, and walk out, and they'd never notice. And we had a strategy. It was at least what we thought was a smart-ass strategy. See, within the Safeway, there's a Starbucks in the middle of it next to the checkout counters that people, just sit down and eat their shit. And not gonna lie, it was a pretty decent spot to just not get caught doing this, but eventually, we got caught. They caught on to our habits, but, we'll cover that in a second. So basically, we would get our stuff, we'd bag up a bagel, get a Red Bull, a Nos Monster, whatever we want, and we just walk over, we'd have a group of friends that'd be there simply just for us, and we'd be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And they'd be like, "Hey, what's up, man? You got my Red Bull?" And we'd be coming in like, "Yeah, man, we got your fucking Red Bull, man. It costed like $2, so drink it good. Don't waste it." And we'd just sit down and chill with them and eat the stuff we didn't pay for, and just sit there. And no one would suspect a goddamn thing but us and our friends. And none of them were snitches. Not like they would get stitches, but none of them were snitches. They were kind of cool guys, and we're still friends with them, but they weren't the ones that really condoned it. They just were like, "Hey, I guess since y'all are doing this bullshit, we'll take advantage of it. Just don't set out our names if you get caught." And we're like, "Cool, we got you." And we would just habitually walk in, take something. Got to the point where I would take something too. And during this time up following to this event, we were in wrestling season. And I would carry around a sports duffel bag, not for this, but because I had all my wrestling gear in this. And I'm just gonna break it to you right here. I do not condone stealing. I don't condone criminal acts. I mean, shoplifting is sort of petty, but it's still a criminal act that you can get charges for. I don't condone criminal acts. I don't condone stealing, so, you know, don't go doing this because I commentated about it. So, don't take my word for this stuff. I don't condone stealing. So, that's that. And basically, you know, in the sports duffel bag, every once in a while, we'd walk down an aisle that didn't have cameras on them. Keep in mind, I don't even remember if this Safeway has cameras. I haven't been there in, you know, 6-7 months simply because of the fact that, well, I'm banned from there legally. And if I walk in there and they recognize me, I will get arrested and put in jail. So, you know, I'm not fucking around with that. So basically, every once in a while, we'd walk down an aisle that didn't have cameras on it. Keep in mind, like I said, I don't think this store even had cameras anywhere important, at least. So, and then we just stuff something into the little pockets of my duffel bag. No big deal, and we just walk out. And, you know, we did that for a while. We stole, you know, stuff like big-ass Red Bulls, big-ass Nosses, Monster cans, fucking big-ass bags of beef jerky, you know, like the 15 fucking dollar beef jerky packages, Jack Links, you know, lots of a decent amount of money that we racked up in stealing, and, you know, it was getting bad and out of control. And a lot of the time, actually, we stole this stuff because, you know, we had like dual meets or tournaments the following day that we had to wrestle in, obviously, and, you know, we didn't want to pay for this stuff, you know, because we were assholes, and we didn't want to pay for it, so we stole their stuff. And we would take that stuff, you know, eat it at dual meets, be like, yeah, man, the fucking price on this stuff was ridiculous to our teammates and coaches, and they wouldn't suspect anything of it. And, you know, we just kept doing that, stuff in my duffel bag, no big deal. You know, I don't know about Trevor, but in the back of my mind, at least, I was always like, wait, you know, we're probably gonna eventually get caught doing this. We should probably stop. But, you know, I wasn't really thinking of that until, you know, one day, of course. And, you know, we did this for like maybe 3 months that we were doing this stuff. So who knows how much money worth of merchandise we stole from them. You know, upwards to maybe even like $100 to $200, maybe. I don't know. Lots of money, of which I do not condone this, of course. I'll say that again and again. I don't condone doing this. It was stupid. And, you know, I mean, this event wasn't stupid. What happened? I had it coming. He had it coming. We were lucky we did not get, you know, arrested and get theft charges or misdemeanors. Actually, if it wasn't for my mom being able to drive over there and save my little punk ass from this shit, I would have walked out there with a misdemeanor that I would still have until I'm 18. So that's, you know, not cool. And, you know, I'm lucky. He's lucky. And, well, let's just say this. One day, it was before a wrestling meeting. It was the day before our wrestling meeting because it was the end of the season. You know, wrestling season typically ends in like February or, you know, stuff like that. So this was after I think this was after the district's tournament. I don't remember. It may have been before. My memory's a little bit foggy, but it was at the end of wrestling season. So we had this little wrestling banquet where I think it was sophomores were supposed to be bring drinks, and, you know, of course we were sophomores. And, you know, we needed to get drinks, and we wanted to be, you know, the guys of the team and have like 2 gallons of Hawaiian punch. And we were like, wait, shit, we don't have money for that. So, you know, he was like, yeah, Septimus. I mean, you know, he didn't call me Septimus, but he was like, Septimus, come on, you know, get your duffel bag. Let's go, man. I was like, all right, sweet, man, let's do this. But this is kind of sketchy. And he was like, why? I was like, you do know we have... Long story short, we were walking up to the Starbucks with 2 gallons of fucking Hawaiian punch, 2 Nosses, a Red Bull, and 3 little boxes of Pringles. And keep in mind, though, the only reason we got caught was because we kept doing it, you know, every single day. I'm not saying I would have kept doing it after. I may have. I don't know. I think getting caught was an awakening for me of how stupid I was. But, you know, we wouldn't have gotten caught if it wasn't for, you know, constantly making a habit out of it. And you know, I remember saying, "Hey, Trevor, you know, there's some guy watching us. I think he's an employee here, and he won't stop looking at us." And we were like, "Shit, you know, let's just sit at the Starbucks for a while, and let's just, you know, just wait it out and try to see what happens next." And of course, you know, we thought it was working. We were like, all right, shit, man, you know, I don't see him. Let's try to blend with the crowd. And we were like, all right, fuck it, let's get out of here, Assassin's Creed style. So me and all our friends start walking out, and then we're like, oh shit, we're almost home free, man. I was like, god damn, this is sketchy. And then right when we walk out that door, I hear behind us the worst chilling words I heard in a while. I was like, oh fuck, because I heard a couple simple words. You guys have receipts for those? And we were like, oh fuck. So, you know, we tell him a lie. We're like, ah shit, we're sorry, we threw them away. And he was like, alright, then let's go inside and look for them. Don't be bullshitting me either, because I'm not gonna sit here and look through a trash can for a receipt that you guys don't have. And we were like, no, sir, don't worry, we're not wasting your time. And of course, you know, he wasn't really believing it. He was like, alright, do you really have a receipt? And our friends who weren't involved in it, you know, were pitching in for us. I mean, they were kind of cool. And they were like, yeah, we got a receipt right here. And he looked at it, he was like, this doesn't match what you guys have. Don't be bullshitting me. Do you guys have a receipt or not? And we were like, okay, we stole this stuff. We were walking out with it. And he was like, alright, then come with me and bring the merchandise too. So we walked in there, and we walked to his office, and we were like, he was like, do you guys have IDs? And, you know, we gave him whatever identification we had, and we sat there, and we were like, fuck, dude. We were sitting there for, like, an hour waiting for our parents to get there, and Trevor's dad gets there. He's a big redneck, but he's cool. You know, he forgave us. But he was yelling, he was like, what the fuck? You know, I raised you fucking better than this, and you, I'm even more disappointed that you'd sit here and follow this shit. And, you know, little did we know, if it wasn't for our parents, we would have walked out with a misdemeanor. But without further ado, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like today's video, like and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see this as a new series on this channel, go ahead and comment and, you know, say if you want to see it, and I will definitely consider it. So thanks for watching today's video, guys, and y'all have a nice day. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.